Hello YouTubers, welcome to Tech Genius 101. Today I will be reviewing an HP Pavilion dv6. I'm sorry for any problems you may see in the camera. The camera's not that great. Alright, let's move on. Alright, on the left side of the laptop you will notice the VGA port. Then you have your HDMI for great external experience on maybe your TV. Then you have your Ethernet port. You have your two USB 3.0s for super fast performance and data connectivity. You have your microphone jack, and you have two, not one, but two headphone jacks, so that you can share your music and your audio with your loved ones. Alright, let's move on to the front. On the front, you will notice an SD card slot. Then you have your two Beats Audio speakers. If I zoom in right there, you will notice the Beats Audio logo. That's pretty great. You can show that off to your friends. Alright, let's move on to the right side. On the right side, we have our CD/DVD rewritable. Then we have our two USB 2.0s, which are not as fast or as great as the 3.0s, but they're still good. And by the way, for those of you who don't know, USB 3.0s can still run devices that use USB 2.0s, but you won't get that extra fast connectivity. Alright, then we have our Kensington lock right there. Then we have our AC slot. On this side we don't have anything. All we have is our Hewlett Packard, which stands for HP. Most of you should know that. On the front we have our HP logo that lights up when you turn the laptop on. That's pretty cool when you're using it in the dark. It's really bright. It emits out a lot of light. Right. You'll notice that on the body it's really prone to fingerprints. So for those of you who will be carrying it a lot with your fingers or walking around with this, it's not that great, because by the time you get wherever you need to, it's really dirty. I will demonstrate for you guys to see. Let's wipe that finger right there. Let's zoom in right there, and you will notice that my fingerprint has already been placed onto the laptop. So for those of you who are carrying it, I would advise that you kind of put it in a case or something, or you have some kind of container, because it will get extremely dirty. Alright, now that we're done with the external part, let's move internal. Alright, the first thing you will notice when you open this laptop is the beautifully designed island style keyboard. This keyboard is equally spaced. All the keys are equally spaced, so let's zoom in a bit more so you can see that. All the keys are equally spaced, so it's pretty great. You won't find any flaws. Let's move on down. I want to show you this. This is the arrow key. For those of you who will be using this laptop, this is kind of awkward. You will notice about this, because like when you're typing and you want to move up, you might accidentally click two of them at the same time because of the way they're arranged. But you will get used to that, so it's not that big of a deal. But one thing you also notice for first time users when you're using this laptop is that the keyboard and the keys are kind of tight. They're not equally laid out. They're not that clean. They're clean in the sense that they're equally spaced, but the spacing is kind of tight, and it makes it kind of uncomfortable for the first time users. It doesn't really mean that you will continue to notice that. You will notice that maybe first or second time, but after that you will get used to it. It's not that bad. So when you're typing, your fingers are a bit squished and are not easily spaced as they should be, but it's alright. I think that's because of the numeric keypad, a full set of numeric keypad that's placed over there, so that kind of squishes this in a place where it shouldn't be, but it's alright. Right, then we have our touchpad, HP touchpad. This is pretty great. It's really responsive. It doesn't give you any flaws. This is backlit, so when you turn on the laptop, this will light up. Then we have, of course, our power switch, our on switch. Then we have a button for easy internet access. The moment you turn this on, when your laptop is on, the internet will be directly allocated to you. So then we have our Beats Audio logo once again. We have one here and then one at the bottom right there. Alright. Then we have our HP True Vision webcam. Trust me guys, if you're going to be using this laptop mainly or as a main part of your video calling experience, you might not want to use this webcam. It's pretty crappy. It doesn't give you all the things you may need. It's only 0.3 megapixels, so it's not that great. I would advise you to buy an external webcam. That'll give you a better experience. That'll give you better enhanced visuals. Alright, let's move on. Then of course we have our Pavilion dv6 sign right there. Over here we have our one of our speakers that lines up all the way down here. For those of you who are wondering, it's not just some kind of aluminum thing or aluminum grill right there. Alright, so let's, I think I've already showed you that, but okay. You will notice that on the body there are discrete miniature lines over there. It is said that they're made with lasers, for those of you who want to know. Maybe that's one of the reasons why this laptop is so prone to fingerprints. Alright. Now, I will be turning on this laptop for you guys to just check out how fast it turns on. So if you want to use this laptop, you may want to know how fast it turns on. So let's do that right now so that you can get a full overview of how it turns on and how fast it does it. Right, so I've pressed the button on. We are waiting for it to turn on. Alright. Alright, you will notice that the numeric keypad has lit up and the HP logo that I told you about has lit up. This is pretty skinny. It's not that big, for those of you who want to know. It's pretty slim. Right, so our laptop has turned on. Now you will notice that the simple pass reader is right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to swipe my finger once, and it has read my finger, and I'm ready to go. So as you notice, the laptop turned on in less than a minute, so that's pretty great for those of you who really want to know and who need it that bad. Alright. So I hope you like this video. Hope you comment and subscribe. Tech Genius 101. This has been Tech Genius 101. See you later.